Hi, I'm Lori Allred. Welcome to Inspired by Pinterest, where I browse around Pinterest looking for amazing crafty pins by people like you and other crafters and bring them to life each week in my episode. Today we are going to be talking about another one of my door decor ideas, and as you know, you can start in my pin board called Door Decor. And of course we're going to be talking about Christmas ornament wreaths. And I absolutely love all the beautiful ornament wreaths I've seen floating around Pinterest about this time of year when we're thinking about the holidays, and a few that I'd like to share with you. So the first pin I want to share with you is this beautiful colorful ornament wreath, and you can find that at mattandbecky.blogspot.com. And like I mention every week, you can always go to my blog, allreddesign.net, to find links to all of the pins I reference. I just loved how the fun colors and different size ornaments that they used in this pin turned out. And then another fun one from my covered bridge at blogspot.com. And it's all silver, which I love because silver goes with everything at Christmas time. So I just think those wreaths have turned out beautiful. Now, on those two wreaths that I've just referenced, they actually use a foam base, and they've hot glued their ornaments to the base. I'm going to show you a way quicker way to do that. But first, let's check out this one last pin, well, two. I have one from oursuburbancottage.blogspot.com. It's actually a Pottery Barn wreath knockoff, and I loved how they actually incorporated the ornaments into a full-on green wreath, and I think it turned out really beautiful on their front door. But the one where I really was inspired and started with today's pin or today's project is from Pearls, Handcuffs, and Happy Hour.blogspot.com. And she actually walks you through the tutorial on how to do this. So I am going to talk about how she did that for today. So you're going to want to start with a wire hanger, which you just want to undo and then kind of bend it into a circle shape. Don't worry if it's not a perfect circle, because you can pretty much adjust it as you're going. And so pull that apart, and you can straighten this end out if you want. It makes it a little easier to put the ornaments on. And then I just hit my local dollar store to pick up ornaments. And I love that you can pick up 12 ornaments for $1, and they're these awesome, cheap plastic ornaments that aren't going to break. So, and also these red ones were the same. All the ornaments I used on this finished wreath were all from the dollar store. But the first thing you're going to want to do, and I thought this was an awesome tip, and I actually found some of the other blogs didn't mention it, is these little top parts where we're going to run the hanger through break off really easy. So you want to make sure that they're glued on pretty good. Some of them stay on, some of them not so well. So that one comes apart. What happens if you don't hot glue these together is when you're stringing it along here, pretty soon you're going to have all these bulbs popping off of your wreath. So just run a little bit of hot glue along the edge, then press that back on, set it aside, and just do that with all of the ornaments you're going to be working with. Now, I will tell you, the disadvantage to using dollar store ornaments is they do tend to break a little more often than maybe more expensive ones you might find at your hobby store. But, you know, for the savings and cost, and to still get a really beautiful end product, I'm okay with it. So just put those right back on. So I've already glued all my red ones together. You're going to just simply start putting these right on the hanger. Don't worry about what it looks like right off the bat. This wreath right here took me about 70 ornaments. So that one's missing the middle. So just alternate colors if you're doing one all different colors. Now the nice thing about having various sizes, I use small and large on this one. So the advantage of using small and large bulbs is the small bulbs tend to be a great filler when you're putting a wreath together. So when you first start, they're just going to kind of dangle off of here. But as you start to add more bulbs to this, just keep adding them. It was a fun project to do while I was just sitting in front of the TV. Didn't take me very long. So as you start to get them together, you can see how it's going to make that really cool look all the way around. And you can kind of play with it and alternate them, even kind of adjust them around till you feel like they've filled in and made a really cool wreath. So as I mentioned, again, it takes about 70 bulbs, and these again are using the small and the larger. These were all from Dollar Store Craft. All I did when I was finished is twisted the top of my hanger back together and then loop that back so I could hang it up. And then I just found some ribbon I had stored in my basement for the last 3 or 4 years, created a beautiful bow and added that to it, and I have a great wreath. I think that it's unique and it's going to really be a great statement piece for the holidays. So I hope that this has been inspiring and that you give it a try.